probably go up a little bit more. There we go. So I can see both commitments. And then I can keep.
Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are going back time with the Piston Broke Truck Series right here on the iCast Racing Network. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we have an action-packed racing coming live right to your door. Let's go ahead here and take a quick moment and take a look here at your race information here for today. Today, like I said, we are at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the 2008 configuration. That means this is not going to be a plate track race. This is going to be the old style race. Air temperature is 86 degrees. Track temperature is 131. It is hot, hot, hot with the winds at 7 miles an hour blowing west. These drivers do have 4 sets of tires, 0 fast repairs, 3 green, white checkered attempts, and 80% fuel. I keep forgetting I need to fix that because that looks just absolutely awful for us. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Kaboom, kaboom. Taboom. That looks a lot better right there. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and alongside me, it's the one, the only David Forch, who's going to be my sidekick here today. Or maybe I'm the sidekick. But he's going to also be playing race control. So, David, that's all on you. These drivers are going to go 134 laps, 17 incident limit. And your stages for today will be 20 and 45. Let's also jump here to your point standings. Cole McElwain, he will lead this field into the first race of 5 here for the playoffs. He's going to have that 1-point lead over Jason Brantley. Brady Gotch, Tyler McCann, and Tyler Daniels will round out your top 5 here. And then going through the rest of the field down to your top 13 in points, it's going to be Douglas Hess, Josh Mayu, Shane Fleming, Reed Sanders, Jared Gotch, Derek Brown, Kevin Page, and Seth Jackson. Doug Hess through Seth Jackson, they are all tied currently at 600 points. But all these drivers can make it totally different here today for the point standings here in Atlanta. And let me tell you what, I'm absolutely super excited. I love this configuration. David, what are your thoughts coming into this race here today?
Oh man, it's going to be an exciting time. Atlanta has always been a good track. I like the new Atlanta more than the old Atlanta, just because I like super speedway style.
We are
racing.
no
It's my
longer
favorite
friends. No, I'm kidding.
Hey,
guys.
listen, man. I'm not saying it's bad, all right? I was actually about to start saying, but Atlanta has always been one of those love-hate relationships with me. It's one of the tracks where on certain games I do great at, some games I do absolutely terrible at. When it comes to iRacing, it's one of my middle-grade tracks. So, it's not up there on my list, but it's one of the ones that I definitely did enjoy the experience of. I was never good at it, but I enjoyed the track. And with these drivers out there today, I mean, it's go time for them. It's the first race of the chase, and so now they're going to be going, pedal to the floor when they can. They're going to try to strategize where they need to, and it's going to be a fun time.
Yep, absolutely right. And according to Reed Sanders, next season we will be going to the new Atlanta under the lights, and I believe that is the second or third race of the season for season 3. And man, let me tell you what, we're absolutely excited and stoked to get this thing underway. Well, I should say get this one finished and start next season, because let me tell you what, next season they turned out the lights, and they turned off the sun, they're going to turn on the lights. That's what I was looking for. And we're going to go racing under the lights all season long next season. Rick, I believe I did go back and review, and yep, I believe you are correct. From what I saw, yeah, from what I saw, you know, quick movement. You know, it did look like it was all McElwain, but it wasn't. So I do apologize about that, Rick. You're right. I did go back and review it post-race, but you know, unfortunately, that's one of the hardest things, though. You know, to be race control and have to make those hard calls, especially last second. But it's a new day. McElwain, he's where is he? Currently sitting... Oh, Mike's not here today, actually. No, he is. There he is. Sitting 9th in the 75. Wait a second. Buskirk is 8th. There he is, popping up 10th. Okay. See, I was not going crazy. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But, with that being said, you know what time it is? You know what time it is?
Grid time, baby.
It is absolutely grid time. And we're ready to get the grid underway here at Atlanta. Starting on the pole in that 0-1 machine, it's going to be Paul Travis. To his outside, Tyler McCann. Inside row number 3, you got Cole McElwain. To his outside, Brady Gotch. Inside row number 3, you got Jared Gotch. And to his outside, Jason Brantley. Inside row number 4, Derek Brown in that number 62 machine. He'll be joined by Corey Buskirk. Tyler Daniels in the 25 will be on the inside of row number 5. To the outside, McElwain. Shane Fleming in the 97 will be on the inside of row number 6. To his outside, Seth Jackson. Reed Sanders in that number 4 machine will be on the inside of 7. And Timothy Werner, he'll be to his outside. Kevin Page inside of row 8. Cody Sanborn to his outside in the and then the 34 on the inside, row number 9, Cody Brownlee. Chris Melton to his outside. Kenneth Passmore on the inside, row number 10. Doug Hess to his outside. Rounding out your field, it's going to be Abe Kalufa in that number 84 machine. I need to go ahead and slow that down just a little bit because that was quick. But these trucks are rolling. We're getting ready to go green flag racing, and I don't know about you, but I am absolutely ready to get this thing underway. The field.
Oh, I'm absolutely ready. This is going to be great.
The field coming out of turn number 4. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing once again. I feel like Trading Paints just is not wanting to update correctly. Because I feel like the 77 has a different paint scheme. But he's in a red and blue Sim Magic paint scheme on my end. Oh, little bit of the tire spin there, actually from like 3 or 4 drivers up front. And now Cole McElwain, he's already dropped back to that 7th position in that number 8 machine. So he's going to have to go ahead and get himself recentered. And now your top 8 is single file down the back straightaway for the first time. As Derek Brown in that 62 machine, he thought about trying to go on the inside, but not able to get there. But go right back to big wobble there out of Tyler Daniels in that number 25 machine. That opens up the door for the 75 of Michael Ware to his outside as they dive back down into turn number 1.
Yeah, this is already some exciting action. That start was something that I did not expect. I completely forgot how slick Atlanta can be at times, and that was a great job by everybody to minimize damage and not run anybody over. So it hurt the drivers, but you know, that was the start of the race. We still have 134 laps to go. Our first stage is lap 20, so you know they have time to manage and do some damage control here. But you know, great job so far by everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see Cole McElwain, whoa, big wobble there.
Ooh.
Out of Derek Brown in that 62 machine.
Battle for the lead.
As we do have a battle here for your race lead, and yeah, it does look like that 77 of Tyler McCann, he is running a blue and red car. Threw me off a little bit.
It throws me off every time I see it. 'Cause it's seen that before, I think last week, and I was like, that doesn't feel right. But yeah, I think it's a scheme he's repping, and he's out there dominating in it. That's for sure. He's doing a good job holding off the number 5 of Brady Gotch, but still right up on that back bumper. So I'm sure Tyler McCann in the 77 is feeling it. Oh, moved by the number 9 of Jared Gosh to get around Jason Brantley in the number 3. These guys are really going at it. And if you look at the timing tower, if you want to touch base on what that means.
Yeah, so we are in the first of 5 races here for the Piston Broke Chase. And the drivers that are highlighted in red, they are your chase drivers. So you're going to see those move, with those drivers there. And as we start to wind down, towards the last season, I'm going to start taking away some of those red colorings for some of these drivers simply because, well, they're probably just not going to be in contention for the championship. So, the first couple I'll take a look here and, maybe eliminate 1 or 2, but we'll have to see how it all goes out. Pretty much very close. Oh, yeah, okay, so Kalufi, he's actually not part of the chase. I was going to use him, but he's not even started the race today. So like if it was Kalufa here, I would have taken that red away from him next week, as that pretty much just going to eliminate him from the chase pretty much.
Ooh,
but
a wobble out of P3.
Things are starting to get a little bit crazy up here.
Yeah, Paul Travis in the 0-1 got really loose. Opened the door for Jared Gotch from the 9. Whoa, wobble from the 9 coming out of 4. If I remember correctly, 4 is one of the harder corners here. It's one of the more slicker ones because of the way you come out of the banking.
Cricket Porter says, let's go Tyler, number 77. Oh, there goes the 62 of Derek Brown again, trying to save it down the back straightaway. He will save it.
That was a good job. He had to really hold on to that. Really sawing at the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a look here at Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. He is your current points leader by 1 point. So that's definitely something that he's going to have to keep an eye on here. And he is 1 point in front of Jason Brantley, who just so happens to be one of the trucks directly in front of him in that number 3 machine.
Yeah, these guys trying to maximize on points right now. We have 12 to go, now 11 to go before the end of stage 1. You definitely want to try to maximize through every single race and just try to build that gap as much as you can. Because, mathematically speaking, as, someone who's experienced it, you really want to make sure you can maximize on everything so that gap is so big. by the time the last race comes, you can just kind of chill out and have fun. Ooh,
Yeah,
the 3 into the
absolutely.
wall. That's Brantley brushing up there tight. Didn't hurt him too bad. He was able to kind of come off of it and keep his momentum, but that's going to open the door for the number 01 of Paul Travis to stick his nose in the inside of him.
He's good. He's good. Yeah, so Jason Brantley, he did tap the wall, but it wasn't, a hard. That was more like a rub into the wall. So that didn't really do much to his race truck. But now we got Cole McElwain trying to get around Paul Travis so that he can be on the attack of Jason Brantley because, every point matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Cole in the number 8. I was gonna try to say the last name, but I need to hear it a couple more times. I'm so bad with names. Yeah, sorry. The number 8. He's been dominant last couple races, so he's kind of. I feel like he's biding his time, feeling the track out a little bit, seeing the 3 now hard into the wall, big wiggle, but a good save. Good save by the number 3 of Jason Brantley there. That was a good job. He got into that wall pretty hard. I don't think he got it in a way that's going to hurt his truck too much, but it really upset the way his truck was balanced. And good job by holding on to it, and everyone else for not running him over. But yeah, I think the number 8 right now is just kind of feeling everything out and trying to move on up throughout the stages. And he's going to be one of the ones to watch throughout this chase.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So the best way I can put it to you for McElwain. Okay.
McElwain, yeah, I got it.
Yep. So you've
Just
got.
needed to hear it.
So you got Macklemore, and then you got Wayne Scott. McElwain.
Okay. I'll try to use that. That's a little advanced for my simpleton mind. I like watching cars go round and around.
Me too.
I feel that right now. Not many battles going on the track. We do have the number 75 of Michael Ware there being under fire by Derek Brown, but now Derek Brown, he's got Reed Sanders in the number 4 looking to his inside, unable to make the move happen. But yeah, he was looking real hard there, and I kind of let the 75 of Michael Ware kind of step away from Derek Brown there. So. Ooh, but never mind. Into the wall goes a 75. That's going to slow his momentum.
The 3's around on the backstretch. The 0-1 is
trouble.
around.
Yep, caution's out.
Ooh. No, back. Stop moving, guys. Here we go. Yeah, so that all started back here in the back with the 3. He started going around, and then the 75. He started going around, and then the 75 of Michael Ware, he was involved, and it's all Michael's fault. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Rick. And that is funny, yes. Jason does owe Paul a Christmas card. Absolutely, I agree with you. All right, let's go back here, take a look, and see what happened. See, for some odd reason, now it doesn't automatically play, and that's driving me crazy. All right, so the 3 is up top. Oh, and then he moves in front of the 0-1, it looks like it. Yeah, let me try to get a better view here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so the 75, he got turned by the 62 here. So the 62 of Derek Brown getting into the back of Michael Ware. And then, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that 0-1 machine of Paul Travis, his truck actually started to lift coming down the back straightaway. Why did it speed? Oh my gosh. We're going to slow it down just a little bit here. And right here, that 0-1 machine, his back end tried so hard to lift up into the air. But luckily, it was able to stay planted And then here comes the 75 and 62 hard into that door side of Paul Travis. Going back here. Stay out of it, Seth. Yeah, I think Seth, I believe Seth, he did avoid it. Seth Jackson in that number 10 Pennzoil machine. Alright, looks like the lights are off on the iRacing.com pace truck. So that means we're going to go back green flag racing this time by. And if I'm not mistaken, this actually is coming up here on our stage break here in just a couple of laps, and I will wait from word on race control if this caution is going to fall for the stage.
It will not. This will be a green-white checkered for the stage. Typically, I would err to call it, but there's no official change to the rule book, so it's just going to be green-white checkered.
Yeah, absolutely, Rick. I agree with you. The Bella twins and Paige. I'm so glad that. Whoa, trouble on the front straightaway.
Mayhem everywhere. Caution is out. There's the stage.
Caution's out. That's going to be the stage. Hold on to it, guys. Hold on to it. And they're still crashing back here. I think everybody's too busy looking at SummerSlam at the moment. Alright, so let's go back here and take a look and see what happened. So a lot of stuff happened here, and I believe it all started here with the 77. So Tyler and Brady, they both did not get going. And then a little bit further here in the back, Cody Brown-Lee, he doesn't get going. The 22 doesn't get going there. And then just all hell breaks loose here on the front straightaway. Kenneth Passmore in that 72 machine. He tried to go down, but the 6 was there. Kevin the Vulture Page, he was involved here as well. Well, he just went down into the grass a little bit. Oh no, the 6 came up and clipped him.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers just learned a very valuable lesson about the old Atlanta. So I just had to make the difficult decision. No one's going to get penalized for that, because I feel like the lesson they just learned is more significant than any penalty they can receive.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta be easy on throttle up here at the old Atlanta. And that's one of the things I love about this track is, you know, if you get into it too hard, you're gonna spin your tires here. You know, you gotta start in second here. However, at the same time, you could start in third, but it's gonna be worse. So you got to be in second, and you got to be easy on that throttle. And Michael Ware in that 75, he will be your lucky dog there.
Hey, you know, that's a benefit. That works out for him, so kind of gives him a reset, gives him a better, a better shot at staying where he wants to be for the next stage end on lap 45.
Absolutely. Whiskey Ridge
Just a quick
Racing.
extension.
What was that?
Just a quick extension to the caution. So we will be one more round before we go green.
Unacceptable.
It's not my fault. They're driving. Yeah, I was a little bit worried on the start of the race when we saw that happening, and I was kind of expecting it to happen again, but I didn't expect almost the whole field to have the problem. That was quite an interesting start to the restart. But I think we're going to see it clean up. These guys are good drivers. We've watched them for a little while now. We've seen what they're capable of. So it's not outside of their reach to, clean it up within, the first restart after. So I'm confident in these guys. I think we're in for a treat once they get that restart under wraps. I think we're in for a wonderful show today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and it looks like we're going to have a single file restart here. Just so that we can make sure these trucks can get moving before they really start racing. So everybody needs to be paying attention, not to make any movements out of line until they pass that start-finish line. Rick DeWeese. Curry wrecked you once, so you think it was your fault?
This is gonna be an interesting restart, that's for sure. Being single file, it's gonna make a couple drivers, I'm sure, more aggressive on the start since they've lost some real estate, from the get-go.
Yeah.
No, good job so far. A couple wiggles out of a couple cars, but not too bad. That was definitely a nice, cleaner restart there.
Yeah, much better.
A lot of moves happening early, though. Ooh, the number 9 of Jared Gotch just came down really aggressively in front of, I believe that's the 87 of Kevin Page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary for a minute there. Ooh, truck going down to the apron, losing a little bit of traction there, and that's going to be the number 97 of Shane Fleming. So we're gonna he's gonna have to get that under wrap. If I remember correctly, didn't he was doing that quite a bit at the last week's track, wasn't it? I think he was one of the drivers that was definitely dealing with the looser truck. So kind of seeing a little trend coming out of that. So hopefully he can get that under wrap, and that'll kind of help him get into a better position, because he's in the chase. He's got to make sure he's capitalizing at all times, and every slide he does hurts his tires even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, one driver that just can't seem to catch a break. It's that number 9 machine of Jared Gotch. He was just running up in the top 4 or 5 all up until this last caution, and now I'm not exactly sure why, but he is now 1 lap down. So once again, a good start. He is now back to 17th, 1 lap down at the moment. But he is definitely trying to make his way up through the field now at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of drivers are doing that too. The number 10 is trying to make a move right now on Shane Fleming for 10th position there. So yeah, a lot of drivers starting to try to move up through the field. But right now, though, the leader, Derek Brown in the number 62 and Reed Sanders in the number 4, these two trucks really capitalized on the single file restart. They took off. Sanders is only half a second behind Derek Brown, but the rest of the field from 3rd back, including the number 8, is 2 seconds back and more. So they're really capitalizing. They're really getting a good distance between them and the rest of the field. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them tighten up on each other towards the end of this stage and try to make a move as long as they got the tires.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-1 making a nice move on that 6.
Yeah, and you know, tire wear here is real. If you run too hard,
Yes.
it will just it shreds up these tires. And Rick, yeah, you just reminded me. Yeah, these guys don't have fast repairs here, so yeah, that was a good reason why he would be down one lap. But as of right now, he is that number 9 machine. He is the first car a lap down at this point. So all he's got to do is ride it out until the next caution. Let it be, you know, for incident or at this end of the stage in about 15 laps.
Yeah, you know, and just an update on the leaders there. Sanders in the number 4 has closed in on Derek Brown. He went from half a second to just over, I believe that was what, 2/10?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, 2/10 of a second. So he's pulling him in, and I've been watching Derek Brown a little bit. He's getting a little bit squirrely coming out of the corners. So I'm expecting a battle to heat up here in just a few laps. Not quite there yet. Closer battle's definitely going on, but yeah, you can see it here,
Yeah.
right off the back bumper. Now we're looking at the number 10 ride of, I know who that is, Seth Jackson there. He's making a move with Tyler McCann. Ooh, truck stopped on the back stretch, I believe that is.
Yeah,
Number
that's going to be
75.
Michael Ware. It looks like he got loose out of turn number 2 and hold on to it. Save it, save it, save it. Something
Interesting.
must...
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, see, something must have
I know, there he
happened
goes.
because...
Yeah, look at it. Yeah, he's full brake.
Yeah,
Yeah, he disconnected as well, so he's left the he left the track. He's going to take a look at whatever happened there.
yeah, I think something possibly happened. Yeah.
Almost
but-
wondering if it's a hardware problem. He's off and he's out. 13 to go in stage 2. Current race leader is Derek Brown in the number 62 with Reed Sanders in the number 4 right on the back bumper. He's been working on him for a couple laps here now, Sanders has, and not quite able to make anything happen just yet, but you can feel that it's brewing. You can see it just by the different lines that Reed has taken. As you can see now, it's cooking up harder. It's hot in the kitchen. The number 4 of Reed Sanders on the inside of Derek Brown in the number 62, trying to lead here as we wind down on stage 2. Even through the corner, nice little momentum advantage for the number 4 on the outside through the rotation. But on exit, the number 62 is going to have the advantage of the outside momentum. Unable to make it work. This is going to be a few laps, but look, the number 8 of Cole McElwain right there. He has now entered the chat. He's ready to rock and roll. He's got them in the sights. This is going to be a 3-way battle for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. McElwain, he is absolutely on fire. He's already trying to look to the outside here of Derek Brown. And I'm telling you, Derek Brown and Reed Sanders, you know, they probably used up their tires because Cole McElwain, he's getting around these guys as if, you know, they were on, you know, or as if he's on fresh tires. So this is actually very surprising to see how quick he was able to catch and pass these two here in just about the middle of this stage here, heading up to lap 45. And Rick, yeah, I did see that the Bellas turned on Page, but I kind of saw that coming, to be honest. I saw that coming.
Whoa, a wiggle out of the 62. Derek Brown almost collecting the number 4, but they were able to keep it off each other. The 62 was able to collect it up, but that did give the position to the number 4 Reed. And yeah, Cole just absolutely pretty much blew their doors off. That's kind of the showcase of optimal tire saving there, and it's no surprise I talked about it earlier. You know, he's definitely a driver to watch. He's able to manage, and he did take his time coming through the field. You know, we weren't talking about him, you know, really quickly. So I'm really not surprised to see that, and I wouldn't be surprised if a couple other drivers were able to do it. You see the number 25 of I believe that's Tyler Daniels. He's now just under 3 seconds back, and he's kind of holding on strong from the leaders. So, you know, he might be able to reel these other 2 trucks in as well, because they were absolutely dominating the field for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, This is why Cole is out front of the leaderboard, you know, in the point standings heading here into the chase. And this is why he's going to be one of the guys that we have to watch here, you know, for the final 5 races of this season.
Yeah, right now our top 4 are all within the chase. Gotch in the number 5, he's in 7th. He's going to be the next person contending. So, I mean, these guys really need to do their best to maintain their position right now or advance themselves up on that board, because every point counts right now, because these guys are really close on the battle. It's the first race. Everybody's, you know, starting at a relatively level field, and now's the time to make moves. And you can see it, the top 4 is already making the best of it, and we're slowly seeing other drivers kind of move on up. And as we see this race come closer to an end, I wouldn't be surprised to see mostly red up in that top 10.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We take a look here at Paul Travis in that 0-1 machine. He's starting to move his way back forward after being involved in that first incident on the back straightaway. He's slowly started making his way back into the top 5 here, as he's trying to get around Cody Sanborn in that number 17 machine.
And just a quick note while we watch this battle, Sanders is holding strong behind the number 8, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's just kind of waiting and saving his own tires. But yeah, exciting battle happening here. The number 77 of McCann, you see it on the right of your screen. He's making a move on the number 5 as well. He's trying to move his way up, and so far he's been able to do so. He was battling the 49 of Melton there for a minute, but got around him and able now to make that move on Gotch. He's now hunting down the 0-1 of Travis's. Woo.
That was more than sideways for Cody Sanborn in that number 17, heading down into turn number 3. But man, that was a save.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful work there to make sure that he didn't end up facing the wrong direction or hard into that wall. As we are nearing 4 to go here in the Piston Broke Truck Series for the Race Club, I'm going to pass the baton to Mike. I'm going to focus up, and we're going to get this stage break going. We are 4 to go.
Absolutely, heading to 3 to go this time by for Cole McElwain. Rick, before this stage ends, buddy, who do you think's going to win here? Is it going to be CM Punk, or is it going to be Cody Rhodes? Also, what are your thoughts about Obafemi and Brock Lesnar? Let me know what your thoughts are. A lot of movement out of these drivers back here for that 5th position. Remember, your top 5, they are the ones that get bonus points for stages. And right now, that 5th position belongs to Paul Travis in that 0-1 machine, who is not part of your chase. And so you know that McCain in that number 77 machine, he definitely wants that 1 point, because 1 point can change everything in a championship chase format. But jumping back up here to your race leader of Cole McElwain in that number 8 Chevrolet with the East Coast web printer on the side of that Chevrolet. He's making his way up here in turns 1 and 2 here for the final time in stage 2. A little bit loose there coming out of or through turns 1 and 2. That allowed Reed Sanders to close in just a little bit there on that in that number 4 machine. But out of turn 4, it is going to be McElwain. He will clinch this stage. Second's going to go to Reed Sanders. Derek Brown, he'll come home third. Tyler Daniels and Paul Travis in that 0-1 machine. They will be your top 5, getting bonus points here to end the 2nd stage. And looking through here, it does look like it's going to be Jared Gotch in that number 9 machine. He will be your lucky dog for this caution. Alright, real quick, while we're under this caution, actually I'll wait for the pit stops to finish up here. But I'm gonna just make iRacing disappear for a quick second. McElwain, he's gonna be the first car out, followed by Reed Sanders, Derek Brown, Paul Travis. He's actually gonna gain one position. Tyler McCann, he'll fall back to 5th, I believe. Brady Gotch, 6th. Kevin Page, 7th. Curry Buskirk in 8th. 9th, we'll go to Doug Hess. 10th, Seth Jackson. Give me, like I said, guys, just give me just one moment. I'm going to make iRacing disappear, and then I'm going to bring it right back. I promise you guys ain't going to miss a single thing here. Alright, yeah. Let's go ahead and make that disappear again. Let's make iRacing appear. Boom. Alrighty, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get doubled up here once again. As the lights are off on the iRacing.com Pist truck. Pist truck is off, and we are green flag racing once again here in Atlanta. Cole McElwain, he gets out to a really big lead already heading into turn number 1. As you see, Reed Sanders and Paul Travis are already trying to duke it out there for that second position. And man, they are gaining quick. As you see, Paul Travis making a quick dodge to the left to get on the inside of Reed Sanders as he's looking to make a pass here on Sanders for that second position. But Sanders, he's not giving it up just yet. On the outside, they're in that number 4 machine as they will continue to run side by side heading down into turn number 1. Travis out by a nose contact out of turn 2. And you see once again Derek Brown in that 62 machine getting way loose out of turn 2. But now your top 6, 7 now single file as they make their way back down towards the front straightaway. Your top 7 is on a breakaway.
Yeah, Derek Brown in that number 62 is definitely struggling with that back end there. He's been doing that consistently, and it's been doing nothing but hurting him. Still 83 laps to go here today, so we've got a little bit of time for him to kind of get it under wraps and figure out what his truck is doing. But right now, beautiful action with Reed Sanders there in that number 4. You see him holding off the 0-1 of Travis there. Not able to quite make anything happen yet, but that 0-1 does look strong up there on the high side, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of action there. But right now, these drivers are kind of in a conservative mode. They're going to have to pit. They might have to pit a couple more times even. So they're going to be kind of taking it a little bit easier, but trying to still maintain their track position and be a little bit defensive. So the 0-1 now under fire by the 77 of Tyler McCann. Not able to make anything happen out of 2. Outside momentum is going to be one hard thing to fight today. That's going to be a reoccurring theme today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I'm actually very impressed right now with Reed Sanders and that number 4 machine. You know, he's struggled the past couple of races, but he's really turning it up here in Atlanta, or I should say Hotlanta. But Paul Travis right there, your first non-chase contender, he's looking to make some noise amongst your chase contenders because right now, well, until a second ago, he was the only non-chase driver in your top 10. But Buskirk back here in that number 99, he's looking to change that with Seth Jackson in at number 10.
Yeah, if you if you're paying attention to that timing tower, the number 01 of Travis is hanging on tight. You know, McCann almost had it there for a minute, and you see now we're looking at the 77 right now, trying to make a move on the 01 of Paul Travis there coming out of turn 4. He's able to kind of get his nose and get beside of him, but again, that outside momentum is really helping these drivers being on the defensive side, because you have to be gentle. We've seen it multiple times here with different drivers. Got to be careful with that throttle up on corner exit, because it's real easy for that back end to step out, and it just takes a moment, and then that's all she wrote for you. As you see now, the 01 looking to make a move on Reed Sanders. He's on the inside. Pretty quick to do it. He's able to make it happen. Has enough room to come up and protect against that momentum that the number 4 is going to have coming out of 4 through the tri-oval. The 4 is going to kind of look to the inside of the 01. Not quite confident enough to make a move, but that does open the door for the 77 of Tyler McCann to try and make a move on Reed Sanders. Reed Sanders moving backwards pretty quickly right now. Could be trying to save some tires. Could be struggling with the way the truck is handling. Might have to look into that later on. But right now, Tyler McCann in the number 77 and Paul Travis in the 01, both looking ahead, trying to make a move for position 1 and 2 respectively. And right now, Travis is not that far off in the 01. He's less than half a second right there.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely inching himself closer and closer to the back bumper of that 08 of Cole McElwain as they make their way down the back straightaway here with just about 76.5 laps remaining as they make their way back here to the front straightaway. And one driver I would like to point out is Doug Hess, your defending Truck Series champion in that number 6 machine out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. He's slowly but surely been making his way through the field. He is up 14 spots from where he started. So that is not a bad day right there. Started back in that 20th position up to 6th. So he is rocking out that windowgang.com machine.
Yeah, he's definitely moving forward here today. He's been one to kind of keep an eye on, and we haven't talked about him quite yet, so I'm glad you brought him up. He's definitely going to be one of the contenders here in the closing laps. I mean, the stages were kind of just a good little time to strategize and work on track position, but now is absolutely go time. And I feel like Douglas Hess is going to be one of the drivers that we're going to want to kind of keep an eye out throughout the race and see where he kind of ends up. Because right now he's making up some positive ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they are heading back up here into turns 1 and 2, I believe it is. As you see that 97 of Shane Fleming, he's slowly been moving up through the field as well. I know he struggled a little bit in that second stage, but right now he's now back up here fighting for your 6th position here, trying to work the inside here of Doug Hess. But he's not able to get there, and here comes that 62 machine of Derek Brown. He's looking to make a move.
Yeah, and he knows the outside momentum is going to give him the advantage. You see him struggle a little bit on middle. That's just because the inside line always rotates better. As you see a little bit of a slip out of the number 6, and that'll open the door for Derek Brown to get that pass done. But yeah, you know, and that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, being on the inside, you have to be really careful, because in order to combat the outside momentum, you have to throttle up, and you got to throttle up right pretty aggressively. And here at Old Atlanta, Hot Atlanta, it's real easy to have that happen. As right now, the number 6 is under fire by the number 97. Doug Hess in the 6 is just really kind of managing right now. no room for the outside. Six gives a little bit of a wiggle there. And yeah, these guys are really working hard to kind of move up that leaderboard as the laps tick away. 72 laps to go. Still anybody's race. As I see the 77 is trying to make a move on the 0-1. Depending on where the producer wants to go, we'll cover that. But right now, Doug Hess is holding on strong with the 97, trying to make a move.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was taking a look here at our track temperature of 126. So this track is still hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, that's going to make some great racing, though. As long as these drivers can manage it, it's going to open the door for some really, really awesome racing here as they'll have to tick down. As we look at them now no longer battling, they've kind of settled into a groove here. Cole McElwain has gotten ahead to half a second off of the 0-1 of Travis. Right now, they're just kind of managing until it comes to the pit cycle, and then it comes down to executing.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be, you know, one of the very important things that these guys have to watch, you know, is, you know, making the moves at the right time and not using up your equipment, because let me tell you what, it's going to be something that these guys have to pay attention to.
Yeah, I'm looking through the field right now, just kind of get an idea of what, you know, all of these drivers are doing. And there's a couple battles here and there, but for the most part, a lot of these drivers are just kind of existing. But right now, the 97 is now hot on the side of the number 6 there. He was on the bumper of the 6 truck of Doug Hess there, pretty much down the entire back straightaway.
Yep, absolutely. There you go. All right, Rick, you enjoy your race. Good luck. Go out, kick butt.
There was drama. The number 3 of Jason Brantley hit the wall, got sideways, and then the number 10 of Seth Jackson got into the side of him. Not sure if you were able to pull that up.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Now, this is the first thing I have here for Jason. Yeah, so he gets in the wall right there. Oh, dang, that was sideways. Yeah, definitely not what Jason needs, as he is currently sitting second in your standings. So that's definitely, you know, going to be really, really tough there for Jason. And, you know, at this rate with him, you know, being back in that 18th spot, he's got heavy, heavy damage, and he's definitely going to have to come down and try to get it taken care of.
Yeah, and the number 97 is Shane Fleming, also coming in to take tires and some fuel here. Almost makes me wonder if we're starting to enter the pit window anyways, so that may not be as detrimental to the number 3 as, you know, one would expect. As long as his ride's not too terribly damaged, he might be able to kind of do some damage control on that and get out of the pits and, you know, kind of fit back in, maybe with, you know, a little bit less ground loss. As you see him already coming out of pit road. Yep. Doug Hess in the number 6, he's into pit road too. Looks like we have a couple more drivers coming into pit road as well, but I could have been mistaken. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I think I was mistaken.
Yeah, Doug Hess, he was hanging out in the top 10 majority of the day. Jared Gotchin, that number 9, he's coming down pit road. So yeah, I think we're starting our pit cycle here. Everybody last pitted back on lap 60, or lap 47. And so we are working lap 71 now. So about 30 laps for on a take of fuel is looking. So we still got 64 laps to go. So if they're only getting roughly 30 to 35 laps on a take of fuel, we're going to have to see at least one more pit stop. So that means these guys really have to watch it coming down on pit road.
Yeah, and you really have to execute, especially on green flag pit stops. I mean, yellow flag stops are just as important, but under green flag conditions, I mean, you're barreling into the corner at over 160 miles an hour, and you're not really slowing yourself down normally. You know, if you're racing, if you're out there running your regular run, you only scrub off about 10, 13 miles an hour. You have to slow down from 150 miles an hour to pit road speed limit without locking your tires up, without spinning, without collecting anybody, and without getting rear-ended. So there's a lot of elements at play during green flag pit stops, and you have to execute everything just correctly because especially this late in the stage or in the race, it's not going to end well for you. There's not really much recovering from that. Jason Brantley in the number 3 is taking advantage. Yeah, and it looks like there's some trouble for Doug Hess. It looks like he blew his engine there.
Yeah, everything was going good. It
Yeah, that's interesting. Accidental downshift, maybe?
I don't know. It never sounded like he upshifted to second, so he probably was stayed in first. And unfortunately,
Yeah, he's... Go ahead.
And unfortunately, that will end Doug's day here at Atlanta.
Yep, he caught a flight out. He's already on the helicopter. He's heading home. He's going to do what he wants to do right now. And these other drivers on the track, they're contending for a championship here, and it's getting dicey. Look at the number 97 there, cutting through the field on fresh tires. He's able to maximize there, but not without, you know, risk. Number 5 of Brady Gott, he was in P3. He's now on pit road. Yeah, these drivers are fighting for a championship. We are in the chase. Now is time to maximize, and we are officially in the pit window. 77 coming in this time by with others. This is going to be an interesting time to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, something that I'm also watching is, you know, we've already had a lot of trucks start coming down almost 10 laps ago. As we see Reed Sanders and the 77 there, McCann come in.
Derek Brown.
Derek Brown in as well. My question is, how long are your top 4 going to wait to come down pit road?
Yeah, I mean, this is the moment where there's very when there are various, that's the easiest way to say it, various strategies coming into play.
Yeah.
Me personally, I used to love to run it dry. Now, you know, I kind of match it with the rest of the field. You know, once a couple cars come in, I give it a few laps. Let's see who makes mistakes, see if maybe I can get a caution so I don't have to pit under green flag conditions, because I hate green flag pit stops. And, you know, but other drivers, you know, they have it down calculated to a number or to, you know, a specific, you know, window. And it's always fun to watch these drivers because there's a rhyme and a reason. But sometimes that rhyme and rhythm just is offbeat to what you expect, and so you get caught off guard, and you're just amazed by what some of these drivers are pulling off.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm looking here at the standings at the moment, and it looks like Shane Fleming, he came down on lap 68. And Jared Gotch, he came down on lap 70. And that was after some of these other drivers already made their green flag pit stops. And he's already sitting there second in the, you know, out of the drivers that already came down pit road. So that's going to be a really good jump for him, depending on how all this is going to lay out here. You know, here in the next few laps, as you see, Cole McElwain and Paul Travis are now down here on pit road. Oh no! McElwain slid through his. Losing a lot of time here.
That's detrimental because he also had a very scary entry. He slid into the commitment cone, just barely meeting pit road speed limit. So he had a really rough entry, and shooting by his pit stall both times, forward and backwards, is going to be absolutely detrimental for him. It's not necessarily chance ending, but it's going to lower those chances.
He was on pit road for 51 seconds. Everybody else, 52 seconds, 46 seconds, 43, 44. He lost.
That's 2 laps.
He lost a lot of time there. Oh man, that's
Yeah, he sure did.
absolutely
They're running
heartbreaking.
34 lap time, so I mean that's almost two laps there. So yeah, that's definitely damaging. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can kind of mitigate from that. You know, he's not necessarily out as well. Couple cars lap down, but he might get lucky with it. He might not. It's going to be something to keep tabs in if you've been enjoying watching the number 8 of Cole McElwain, sorry, and his run here this season.
Yeah.
A lot of drivers moving around, just kind of zipping through on fresher tires and older tires. Right now, the leader is going to be the number 99 of Corey Bushkirk. He's going to be holding that off of the 87 of Page, who is 6.5 seconds back. So not a lot of competition going on, but these guys still do have to pit. So once they get into that window that they've decided they want to stop, it's going to kind of shuffle them back. And I don't know if now, knowing what I know, if staying out until it's pretty much dry is going to be the best strategy, especially knowing that there's going to be another stop. If it's green flag, it might benefit you, but you know, strategy usually shows.
No!
Oh, the 17
That's
just
the
blew
penalty.
through the commitment cones.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that right there.
that's tough luck.
Yeah, that right there is a penalty for your former race leader, Cody Sanborn. I'm sorry, second place of Cody Sanborn in that 17 machine. You know, I understand you want to get in and out of pit road, but let me tell you what, you gotta not speed on pit road, because that adds an extra 40 seconds to your pit time, and that is not what you need.
It is not. He entered pit road at 81 miles an hour. So that's definitely not a good thing.
No.
That's almost double the pit road limit there. But yeah, that's going to hurt him. He's going to pretty much be, again, that's going to only hurt him for 1 lap, not including maybe a lap and a half because of pit stops, you know, for the tires and stuff that he still has to take. But yeah, gotta execute. You gotta be careful, especially this late in the season. Even if you're not in for points, I mean, it still does you well to do well at these. It just continuously gets you better, and it kind of sets you up for a better season next season, you know, momentum.
Yep. I'm also looking, you know, at these pit times or pit lane times. One other driver that really stands out to me is that number 10 of Seth Jackson. He was down on pit road for a total of 1 minute 9 seconds. He was in his pit box for a total of 39 seconds. So an extremely long time for Seth in that number 10 machine, and that's just not going to work out for him, as he's now sitting 1 lap down, and that's not what he needed.
No, that's not. That's very damaging. You know, it's very disappointing, especially this late in the race. We have 48 laps to go, coming to 47, and it's just not a time to be getting stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons I hate green flag pit stops. I like to go fast. I don't like to go slow. And having to go to the pit road speed is just, it's so irritating to me. I'm so bad at it.
I couldn't agree more.
It's something you got to practice, and it has to be in your practice regimen. You cannot just trust it to work out on race day. It hardly does for a lot of the drivers. So unless you're one of the fortunate ones, I highly would not recommend it. If you take a look at the number 01 of Paul Travis, who is currently sitting in 5th position.
Yeah, Paul Travis, he is on rails. He just passed Jared Gotch in that number 9 as if he was standing still. But Paul Travis, he pitted back on lap 79, and Gotch, he pitted back on lap 70, so that's a 9-lap difference in tires. And Paul Travis right now, he is on rails. He's slowly gaining in on Gotch, by just about 2 seconds here. So Paul Travis in that 0-1, he's going to be somebody that we're going to have to watch here later on this race.
Absolutely. Race leader Corey Bushkirk in the number 99 just came down to pit road. He's going to go ahead and take his tires and fuel. That's going to hand the lead over to the number 5 of Brady Gotch, with Shane Fleming in the number 97 in second right now. They are only about a second apart from each other. Haven't been keeping track if Brady and Shane have pitted yet. I think they have, but I can't quite remember. Tyler Daniels now coming in.
Yes. Yep, so Shane Fleming, he pitted back on lap 68. Brady back on lap 75. And Paul Travis, he is now within 2 seconds of your race leader. And he's on really good fresh tires compared to everybody else. And I want to point out, Corey Buskirk, he did get hit with a speeding on exit penalty, so he's going to have to come back down pit road.
That's going to be detrimental on you. No, sorry, go ahead.
And here comes Paul Travis, quickly making work out of Shane Fleming.
Yeah, now sitting in second place. He's on a quick hunt down for the number 5. I mean, if you're watching that timing tower, you can see that gap quickly closing between the number 5 of Gotch and the number 01 of Travis. These guys are in go mode now. They might be saving a little bit of tire. They might be really waiting till maybe 20 to 30 to go before they step it up another notch. Some of these drivers might be giving it their all, but right now, Paul Travis, again, is just on rails. He's cut that gap down to a second already, and it does not look like it's stopping just yet.
Yeah, it's not going to stop until he gets around Brady for that top spot. You know, and as I stated earlier, Paul, he's out here looking to make things hard for these drivers up front.
Yeah, we got some major movement there in the back of the pack. Cody Sandburn in the number 17, who's 2 laps down, just made it a little bit difficult for, I believe that was, hold on, I had it. The number 77 of Tyler McCann and Kevin Page in the 87, I believe it was, put him in a really difficult spot and almost had a 3-wide incident, but everybody made it out okay. Yeah, no matter where you are in this field, these guys are just going. They are taking any opportunity they can to not lose any track position.
Yeah, absolutely. And my sound for iRacing is doing something funky at the moment. That's why I have it turned down, so you guys don't have to listen to it here on YouTube. So once that stops, I will try to bring it back. But what I might have to do is I might just have to reset iRacing real quick. So if you guys give me just a couple moments here, we're going to run a quick commercial break. Let me go get this sound situation taken care of real quick. And we'll bring it on back and finish out this race, as these drivers have just about 39 laps to go, as Paul Travis, he will take over the points. The point here in the race.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Has to defend this contact very nearly. He just to the outside line. He breaks so much later. Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line.
There we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I want to apologize about that. Not exactly sure what that was, and I have my audio back in one moment here, guys. Voice chat is now off. Ignore.
The number 5 of Brady Gotch and the number 10 of Seth Jackson came onto pit road, and unfortunately for Seth Jackson, he had a really rough entry and almost actually collected the number 5. So they got really lucky there coming into pit road, but yeah, it was almost a penalty, and almost a contact, but they did a good job keeping it off each other. But you got to execute. I said it time and time again. You got to make sure you get that entry down, because that's going to be rough for Seth, because that's going to hurt him a little bit. Fortunate for him, he didn't speed, he didn't get a penalty, so he's good.
Woo. Yeah, very late dive down onto pit road actually for Seth Jackson in that number 10 machine, and we now have just 32 laps to go, and it looks like people might just be coming down here for a quick stop and go, as under this while I was doing all what I had to do to try to get the sound fixed here. It does look like we've had Brady Gotch, Shane Fleming, Jared Gotch, they all came down pit road.
McCann's about to be pitting. He's currently sitting position 4. Pretty good entry for the number 77 of Tyler McCann there. That's a good job executing on entry. 0-1 of Paul Travis. He's going to be coming in. He's currently our race leader. 49 sounds like he's going to be joining him this time by as well. So a lot of trucks coming down now. It's going to be interesting to watch and see what these guys do with their strategy. If they're all coming down for just fuel, if they're going to grab right side tires. Good execution by Paul Travis. Yeah, good job there. He was able to get stopped in time as we watch the 49 also come down. 0-1 right there. He's rolling through pit road.
Yeah, I'm looking here through these pit times, and a lot of people are taking 4 tires. And so don't be surprised if we see Paul Travis here in the 0-1 machine just dropped on the left.
Oh, trouble. Number 72 spun out coming into pits. No caution.
A 72? There he is.
Yep.
Alright, let's see if I can catch where he came down pit road. There's he entered the pits.
Yeah, it's gonna be just before that.
Yeah.
Might have to go old school. Grab that reel and start cranking. There you go.
Oh, he actually fully spun out and...
Yeah, almost came back up into the field too. Very scary time, and that's why I'll wait, see how everyone else handles the pit entry. Because yeah, see, just too much brake, turned it to the right. He's able to snap it down to the left, but then he just spun right on pit entry. Surprisingly, it does not look like he's gotten a penalty for that. Right now, the number 3 of Jason Brantley, he's down on pit road. He's gonna go ahead and get his service done.
Yeah, Jason Brantley is struggling in that number 3 machine here today in Atlanta. You know, after making contact to that outside wall, you know, so his day is not going to end very well for him here in Atlanta, I'm afraid. And, you know, he's going to lose a lot of points here in Atlanta. So he's going to really have to buckle down, you know, the next 4 races, which are Dover, Chicagoland, Martinsville, and Homestead. So hopefully one of these tracks is going to be able to help him and propel him back to the top of the point standings up there with McElwain. So that's going to definitely be something that we have to watch very, very close here. As your current race leader, he is Kevin the Vulture Page in that number 87 machine for Hammer Down Motorsports.
Yeah, and you know, I want to segue back to Jason Brantley in a number 3, his situation. You know, he's been a strong driver every week. It's not by a stroke of luck that he's in the chase. So, you know, this is just kind of a shrug it off and take notes and move on to the next week. And I wouldn't be surprised to see if Jason Brantley learns from this experience here at Old Atlanta, and he makes sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've been really noticing about Jason. You know, he's always paying attention. He's always going to learn from his mistakes. CM Punk, you get into...
coming down to pit.
Oh!
Good job by the number 99. He's going to go ahead and come in for his services. Right now, everybody's kind of pacing it. Everyone's single file. Not many battles happening right at this very moment. Like he had said, the number 87 is currently our race leader. Sitting in second position is Brady Gotch in the number 5. He's currently trying to make a move on the 87. He's able to make it happen. So now Brady Gotch in the number 5 is going to be our race leader. With the number 97 of Shane Fleming, he's going to follow suit. Shane Fleming, he was a driver that kind of struggled earlier on in the race, coming around, having a good time right now. He's, a wobble out of the 87. That's going to give the 10 of Seth Jackson room to move around him. Not for position, though. But yeah, going back to this 97, he's on rails right now. He was able to dial it in. He's looking ahead, trying to catch up to both, or not just trying to catch up to, gosh, they're coming up to Tyler Daniels, who's going to go a lap or more down. So as you see him, whoa, 97 getting a little bit of sideways, but good job holding on to it. The 0-1 of Travis, he's not ready to give up. He's not folding over either. He's looking on the inside of the 25 to make sure he doesn't lose as much distance between him and the 97 as possible. Right now, coming through the tri-oval at the line, we have 21 laps to go. The 0-1 of Paul Travis really on the bumper now of Shane Fleming. Shane Fleming unable to do anything right now. 0-1 moving on the outside, able to make the pass happen relatively easily. That was a pretty good move by the 0-1 of Travis. Now he's got the 5 of Gotch in sight.
Sorry. CM Punk just did something really stupid. Anyway. But yes, Brady Gotch out front. Paul Travis, he's on rails, man. And look at this.
Yeah, now he's making a move on the inside of the race leader. He's looking to make magic happen here at Old Atlanta. He may not be in the chase, but he's here for the win, the pride. He's looking to finish out this season strong, and he's going to start it out at the beginning of the chase here by crossing the line as the leader here and trying to hold off the number 5, who's just not quite given up just yet. Really close driving there, almost contact out of the 2 drivers. Not able to really make anything happen. That's going to give the lead to Travis. He's going to have his eyes forward with a couple glances in the mirror. He knows now's the time to capitalize. We're coming to 18 to go. It's time to capitalize. You want to do your best to save as much tires for the end, but we're within that span of, if you're comfortable, it's go time for you. If you think you preserved your tire temperatures enough and you haven't been sliding them around, now's the time to gun it. Now's the time to make moves as we look at the number 9 of Jared Gotch.
Yeah, Jared Gotch in that number 9 machine. I wanted to jump to him real quick because, you know, he had damage. He got it repaired, was 1 lap down, finally got his lap back at the stage, and now he is up here back in that 7th position, slowly making his way through the field. And right now, he's only just about 0.7 seconds back from Chris Melton in that number 49 machine. And Melton, another one of your non-chase contenders, he's moved himself up into that 5th position. So right now, we've got 2... We've got 2 non-chase contenders out here running hard as heck, you know, and they're trying to disrupt your chase contenders' points here.
Yeah, you know, if you're not in for the championship, you're in for the individual races. You're looking to do the best you can each race, and right now the 01 of Travis and the 49 of Melton are doing a really good job of putting themselves in a position to finish out this season strong and show the field that next season they are going to dominate and they are going to be forces that they need to watch out for. So right now, good job by the 2 drivers. Now Passmore in the number 72, he just entered the chat there. We now have 3 drivers who aren't running for the chase. They're wanting to do the best that they can. Maybe this is the track. Maybe they used to run a lot of Old Atlanta and this is like riding a bike to them, and now it's just go time. 15 to go in the final stage.
Yep, the 72. Passmore moved his way up into the 10th position by getting around Kevin Page. But Passmore, he is still 1 lap down with Seth Jackson, who's currently sitting in that 9th position. But let me tell you what, you guys, this race ain't over just yet. As Cole McElwain, he's starting to inch his way a little bit closer and closer to Shane Fleming for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, and it's impressive to say we only have 8 trucks on the lead lap right now. That's crazy. As you see, the number 87 of Page taking over the 10th position to round out the top 10 there, as we got 13 to go now. It's interesting to watch these different strategies play out and how it's affecting each driver individually. You know, right now, just because they're a lap down doesn't mean they're not doing good. I mean, they are within the top 10. So, I mean, it's just a matter of a caution. Jackson's in a good position. Another caution, the 87 of Page is in a good position. So, I mean, you know, they're not out just yet. It's definitely at a very, very disappointing feeling. It's more than likely, with the way these drivers are driving out there, it's not impossible, you know, to see a caution, but it's just not probable. These guys have been minding their P's and Q's, and they have enough space between each other that there's really no reason to put yourself in that position. As you see, the number 8 right now of Cole McElwain, he just moved around the number 10, not for position, just to get more physical track position. As you see him making a move now on the 97 of Fleming for position. That's going to put him in P3, able to make it happen out of 4.
Yeah, McElwain absolutely on rails once again. 3rd week in a row. McElwain, he is looking for his 4th win of the season, his 3rd win in a row. Does that sound familiar, David? I think that sounds familiar.
A little bit. That's definitely sounding like familiar territory. And right now, you know, I'm kind of studying things. Paul Travis in the 0-1, he just ran a 33.268, and Brady Gosh in the number 5 ran a 33.416. Cole McElwain in the number 8 ran a 33.144, so he's running faster than both the leader and second place. He's going to be able to close that physical track position, but I don't think that he's going to be able to make anything happen. I don't know if they have enough time.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very, very close. We've got 9 laps to go this time at the line, and he is currently sitting 3.5 seconds back from your race leader. And let me tell you what, I feel that, you know, if this is going to happen, they're going to have to do it, you know, real quick, because let me tell you what, we're now hell in a cell time, and let me tell you what, it's go time.
Oh, absolutely. 9 to go in the final stage here. First race of the chase. It's absolutely time to melt your pedal to the floor. It is one with the floorboard, and it is time to go.
Yeah, absolutely. As we take a look here at Shane Fleming, he's duking it out with Chris Melton, and I believe that's that's actually a
Shane
lap
Fleming
down.
hard into the wall. Yeah, that's 87 of Kevin Page.
Yeah,
Just
Kevin
trying
Page
to make
on
up
fresh
ground to
tires.
get his lap back.
Yeah.
That was scary if you're the 87.
Yeah, just a wee bit. Jumping back up here to Brady Gotch in that second position. He's got company in that number 8 machine of Cole McElwain, closing in here on 6 laps to go. I do not think he is going to be able to catch your race leader, because he is now saying 3 seconds back. So Paul Travis, he said, see y'all later. And I mean, he's still slowly pulling away from Gotch and McElwain here.
Yeah, I've been watching that timer. Gotch able to pull in a little bit on Travis, but not enough. And then he quickly loses it and kind of balances himself back out. And McElwain right now in the number 8 sitting in 3rd. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a bittersweet finish for him. If he's able to pull off finishing in 2nd, you know, he may not have gotten the win. He may not have been able to get every single point on the table, but he's still going to be on top of the board for the chase runners. So it's still going to be a really solid day if he's able to make this pass happen. And even so, sitting in 3rd right behind, you know, the only other chase runner, you know, that's not too terrible either. That's going to help kind of balance things out as we take a look at the points. And then, yeah, so it's not really a do or die here to get it done, but he's now making a move on Gotch in the number 5 on the inside, coming into turn number 3. McElwain's going to have the momentum on the inside through entry and rotation, but 5 of Gotch is going to have the outside momentum advantage. But the number 8 of McElwain coming in close and almost dooring the number 5. That's going to cut some air off the 5 and pull him back a little bit. That's going to work to McElwain's advantage as they run through 1 and 2. Still side by side. The number 5 is going to have that outside momentum. Once again, the 8, kind of a little bit of a bobble there, but not too major. Loses a little bit of momentum and tucks it right back in. He's going to have to reset and try another time.
Yeah, but he's going to have to do it real quick, because we're coming to 3 laps to go this time. Tyler Daniels speeding down on pit road. He's going to have to spend an extra 40 seconds in his pit stall. But this battle for second rages on as McElwain once again dives down into turn number 1. And let me tell you what, this battle right here is probably essentially for, you know, the top spot in points, you know, after round number 1 of 5 here in the chase. Because Gotch, he came into this race 6 points back from McElwain, and the only one that was separating those 2 drivers was Jason Brantley, who is currently back in that 12th spot. So this is not the day that Jason Brantley wanted, but this is definitely the day that Brady and Cole McElwain wanted. Oh, there he goes. He's
Good
going
action.
to the
Cole taking
outside.
Yeah, Cole taking away the outside from Gotch, knowing the outside momentum is the only way to make it happen. 2 to go. This is absolute. This is time. This is go. You have to make holes where you can, and that was a very scary but beautiful job. White flag is in the air. Right now, our race leader is doing everything he can to do it right. But right now, McElwain and Gotch fighting hard for the top spot of the chase runners. I think Cole's got it. That outside momentum is going to prevail as the pass is completed.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the driver that's making it difficult for these drivers in the chase. Your race winner here at Atlanta, the 01 machine of Paul Travis for Grassroots Racing. He'll come home first. Cole McElwain, he'll come home second, also for Grassroots. And guess what? Brady Gotch, he'll come home third for Red Line Motorsports. That was an awesome battle for second. McElwain and Gotch going at it the last 10 laps of this race. But let me tell you what, McElwain, he was on rails, but one driver that just had it all, it's going to be Paul Travis in that 01 machine. Here he goes. Paul Travis, your race winner here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Burning it down here, making everything look absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, and while he is burning it down, let's go ahead and take a look here at your race results, which is powered by Collateral Damage Sports Network for giving us all a lot of these overlays that you have gotten to see here today. And where is my... You're not supposed to do that. David, I'm going crazy, my man.
Going? You've been there, my friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's beside the point, but where is my... Where is my race? Standings. Timing tower. My picture for... There it is! Haha! Found ya. I win. Paul Travis, he'll bring it home in that first spot. 32 laps led here today. Cole McElwain in that number 8 machine. He'll come home second. Followed by Brady Gotch in that number 3 machine for Red Line Motorsports. Fourth is going to be Chris Melton, followed by Shane Fleming to round out your top 5. Your top 10 will read out as Tyler McCann, Reed Sanders, Jared Gotch, Seth Jackson, and Kevin the Vulture Page will round out your top 10. 11th, it's going to be Kenneth Passmore. Let's make that logo disappear real quick. Bada bing, bada boom, just like so. Kenneth Passmore, 11th. 12th is going to be Jason Brantley. Corey Little Chubby Buskirk will be 13th. Cody Brownlee, 14th. 15th is going to be Cody Sanborn. To round out your top 20, it's going to be Tyler Daniels, Derek Brown, Doug Hess, Michael Ware, Timothy Werner will round out your top 20. And then one driver that did not start the race, it's going to be Abe Kalufa in that number 84 Dodge Ram. Your hard charger is Chris Melton, who came home fourth, and he came up 14 spots. So that's not a bad deal there for that Moose Knuckle Motorsports driver. Cole McElwain, he led the most laps with 44 laps led. And Paul Travis in that 01 machine, he had your fastest lap of the day. And Paul Travis was also your pole sitter on the day. So really great day for Paul Travis here. We did have 3 cautions for a total of 10 laps. And we had 10 different leaders in the 202 miles that we ran here today at Atlanta. And if you ask me, I think it's time that we go and talk with your top 3 drivers for the day. Paul Travis, Cole McElwain, Brady Gotch. All right, it does look like we have all 3 there. Let me go ahead and do this. All right. Let's go ahead and pop up your graphics right there. Sorry about this, guys. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring in that number 5 machine of Brady Gotch in that Mobile One Bush Light Chevrolet. Brady, it's Mike and David up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
I do. Good to see you guys again.
Yes, good to see you guys. See you too, Brady, man. Again, what a great performance for second week in a row. Man, how was it? I love this Atlanta Motor Speedway. I love this configuration. I am so mad that they turned it into a super speedway. But, man, how was it for you out there?
It was slick. I mean, it was good. It was a big time tire race. I mean, we split that last stage into 2, and I think everybody else did as well. We're just doing our best to calculate when we should pit, undercut them, but not too much. That way in the back end, we don't have to run too much laps on a set of tires. But, I mean, we were close. We were close to winning this thing, not compared to Paul, but against the A truck. It came down to the white flag.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, when you saw that 8 machine coming up behind you, did you think that you would be able to hold him off? Or did you just know that, you know, he was just that much a little bit quicker than you here today?
I mean, I didn't think that I was going to be able to hold him off, but I knew we were going to fight like hell. I mean, we were coming down to like 5 to go. I was holding that outside line. He wasn't going to get by me, not without a fight. I think it was 2 to go. We were going down the backstretch, and I kind of left the outside a little bit more vulnerable than I would have liked to. I wasn't 100% for sure if he was there or if I was clear, but I chose to finish this race today rather than throw myself in front of him and hope that we're clear.
Yeah, absolutely. And you coming home third here, this is going to propel you up into that second spot in points. What does this do for you for the remainder 4 races here in the chase?
I mean, it's definitely good momentum. It's definitely some feel good going into the next week, knowing that we're running like this. I think all the guys and the guys that we align with in Redline Motorsports, we're going to take these last 4 races more serious than we have been throughout the season. I don't spend much time on the sim outside of doing this league race. I don't do a whole bunch of practice or nothing, but with as close as we are and the point standings looking the way they are, I think, and heck, the tracks that are coming up all fit my style too. I'm pretty pumped up about it. So I mean, unless something terrible happens, I mean, we're looking for a fight.
Yeah, absolutely. And David, is there anything that you would like to ask Brady?
No, I got no questions, man. Beautiful job tonight. Congratulations on your podium finish. yeah, it's definitely go time. You're running out of time, and this is definitely a good momentum forward for you. You're going to be able to kind of rest easy tonight, knowing that you made a pretty almost best case scenario finish here for you.
I don't think I'll be doing too much sleeping tonight. We got live music at the square, so I'm gonna go party. But
Oh, hell yeah.
There you
yeah,
go. There you go.
yeah.
All right, well, we won't keep you too much longer than Brady, but before you do go, is there any last minute shout outs that you would like to give out? The floor is yours.
All right. Give a shout out to you guys for putting these on. We greatly enjoy going back and watching the commentary and watching the race unfold from a different perspective. That makes this league amazing. All the guys that we're racing with week to week. I mean, there might be a spat here or there, small ones, but overall, solid group of dudes. I'm very happy and fortunate that we have found these guys and we are racing with these guys on a weekly basis. I'd like to thank the guys who have set up the league, took it over, and keep it running. The guys that fund it and do all that behind the scenes stuff that probably goes mostly unrecognized. So shout out to them, the Gotch Racing, Gotch Trucking, Redline Motorsports, and let's see, Bush Beer. That'll do it.
Absolutely. Well, Brady, congratulations on your third place finish here today. We're going to go ahead and let you go, and you can have some fun down in the square, buddy.
Yep, I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place driver of that Bush Light Mobile One Chevrolet, it's going to be Brady Gotch. Let's go ahead and bring up your points leader who finished second here today, and that's number 8 Chevrolet. It's going to be Cole McElwain. Cole, my man, it's Mike and David up at the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Cole, my man, what a day for you. Strong all day. You know, no surprise there. And, you know, you fell back and worked your way back up to second. How was the car for you here on this hot surface?
It was hot. It was loose. You know, it was sketchy. I mean, overall, I mean, really, I've been in worse. I didn't think it was that bad. I like a looser vehicle, so I mean, it don't really bother me, but it was definitely loose, a little sketchy.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've definitely been watching everybody slip and slide out there for sure. So you are on top of the leaderboard. What was going through your mind there as you were approaching Brady there, knowing he is going to be second in points? Were you worried at all that you wouldn't be able to get around Gotch, or is it just one of those mentalities of, well, let's just see what happens?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely knew Brady was gonna fight me for it. Brady's fast. He ran a hell of a race. You know, I was catching him. I was really afraid I was gonna burn my tires trying to get around him. I got loose a couple of times, lost a little bit of time, and honestly, if it wasn't for me doing something a little sketchy right there, coming out of two, just sticking my nose in between him and the wall, when truthfully there wasn't enough room. But you know, coming to it's the first race in the chase. I'm leading right now. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. I couldn't disagree with you more there. So the final 4 races here is Dover, Chicagoland, Martinsville, and Homestead. You know, I'm going to throw a little twist on this. Instead of asking you, you know, what track you're looking forward to the most, but what track are you not looking forward to the most in this final 4?
Probably either Chicagoland. I get them mixed up. Any short track I'm looking forward to. I feel like my stronger suit is on a short track. I believe Chicagoland is a drafting track, or I might be wrong.
Ish. Yeah, ish. I mean, it's
That's probably
big.
one I'm not looking forward to then.
Okay. Yeah, Chicagoland, it's kind of like, it's just big enough that draft can really help you, but it's also not big enough to make a big difference. But yeah, I definitely I see where you're going with that for sure. But Cole, before
Yeah, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
I normally do pretty well at Homestead. Uh, maybe is that what I'm talking about? Homestead, Miami, wherever the hell that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm stronger short tracks. I normally finish pretty well at Homestead, so I mean I'm feeling good about it. Just have to see what happens and where things go.
All right. I feel that. I feel that. But Cole, before we let you go today, here, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to you guys for putting this broadcast on every week. I really want to shout out everybody that's in this league. Uh, Everybody plays their own part in making this an awesome place. It's always good racing. You know, everybody's friendly. Nobody getting heated at each other. Got to thank Mike Ware for Piston and Broke for sponsoring the series. Got to thank East Coast Web Painters for sponsoring the truck, sponsoring the broadcast. Really, got to thank my team. You know, we challenge each other every week. You know, we run this league race, and then after we'll go run some officials, and it's just we race all night. We race with each other all the time, and I think that's why we're a pretty strong team together.
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely is what makes a team very strong, is that extracurricular activities. But Cole, man, congratulations on your runner-up, and we'll see you next week when we head out to Dover.
Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 8 machine is going to be Cole McElwain, coming home second. And now let's go ahead and bring in your race winner, driver of that 01 Chevrolet. It's going to be Paul Travis bringing home the race win here at Atlanta. Paul, it's Mike and David up at the booth. Do you got a copy?
I do, Mike and David. Great. I appreciate you guys having me up here. It's an amazing feeling to finally win one over here at Race Club.
Man, let me tell you what, okay? You were absolutely killing it out there today. I was like, well, here comes Paul Travis, and there goes Paul Travis. And now he's coming up, and never mind, he's already made the pass. Nah, man, you were just wicked fast out there. What is it about this track that just absolutely made you wicked fast in that 01?
It's funny that you asked that. You know, I've been only being able to run select races here lately, and I heard that you guys was running, the old Atlanta, and this place has been an Achilles heel for me. I literally usually burn my tires off, and anything I run here at this track, usually in 30, 40 laps or 30 laps, and I'm going backwards. And I tried to kind of save the right front a little bit this time. I was shocked when I qualified on the pole. I was blown away. I didn't get no practice. I was dealing with some personal issues at home where I had switched phone companies. Literally, when we went to qualifying, I'd just gotten off the phone, basically hung up with them so I could qualify. I had no practice at all.
That is crazy. And then you come out, take home the pole, and then you race 134 laps to take home the race win. Man, that is absolutely crazy. And you, as you said, you don't race much this season, so you're not in the chase. But you're making it difficult for these chase drivers to get those big points that they need. Just like McElwain and Gotch there, who finished second and third. Are you going to be joining us the final 4 races of the season? And if so, what you're going to do to continue to disrupt this points battle up here for the championship?
I really, really, really wish that I could run the rest of the races out. A couple things going on in my life. First of all, I want to dedicate this one to my wife, Susan Travis, of 37 years. She's been battling lung cancer. We've got a lot going on in our family, which is hence why I don't get to race a lot of times on Saturday nights. Saturday nights are extremely rough for me, but on Wednesday, I'm having my second knee replacement done. I'm getting my left knee replaced, so I'm going to be out for at least probably a month, possibly longer.
You said your left knee?
Yes, sir.
You can brake with your right foot. You're okay.
Well, that's what I said. The problem I got is I don't know that I can get back out of the rig with the knee replacement.
Oh, well.
Like I said, I got the right knee done 1.5 years ago. Got a complete shoulder replacement 6 months ago. So My old ass is kind of struggling over here a little bit.
Look, if you need to sleep in the rig, just sleep in the rig. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I thought about getting an engine hoist and mounting it to my roof, and that way I can pull myself in and out of the rig.
Hell yeah, that I like that. But man, just again, what a great performance out of you, David. Do you have anything for your race winner?
Now, congratulations on your race win. I guess, this is the best way to have to go down for some time is coming out on top. So that's going to give you some incentive and some motivation to get into shape to come back and whoop up on them next season, yeah?
That's the game plan. I want to regroup and try to focus more on the ARCA series. Hopefully, I'm back in the rig by then. But the ARCA series and the trucks again, I'm gonna try to commit to more Saturday nights and see how it goes. But a couple things I want to address. First of all, I've got to say a huge apology to my teammate Jason Brantley. Him and I kind of got together on the backstretch around lap 15, and unfortunately, all of us wrecked. I think he got the worst end of it, but it breaks my heart. That dude has been an extremely best friend to me for 25 to 30 years, somewhere around there. We've been racing together, and I just hated that happened because JB had a good car as well. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody, Reed, Mike, David, Cole, all the guys that stepped up and taken over and done what they've had to do to make this league the greatest place to race. You guys are all amazing. The broadcast has been amazing. My teammates are all amazing. Cole, Shane, JB. We've picked up with Corey. Corey's now kind of hanging out with us and kind of probably going to take my spot while I'm away for a while. But you know what? I can't wait for the next time I can get behind the wheel and race with you guys.
Well, heck yeah, but I don't recall, me telling you you can do your shout outs yet. No, I'm kidding. That's great. Paul, man, but man, that was just an incredible run for you. And yeah, I mean, so far I've been, well, I guess Mia and David, we've been here for just about, what, 6-7 weeks now, and I don't know about anybody else, but I've absolutely enjoyed every single race that we've had here with the Pist and Broke Truck Series. And Paul, I'm right there with you, man. I'm always ready to race with these guys.
Oh, of course, these guys are all amazing, and like I said, I forgot one. Mike Ware, without all this starting, Mike Ware's really the key player that brought me in, and then of course I brought Jason Brantley and my teammates over here, and this thing has really taken off. But without Mike Ware, none of us would have been possible over here. So he's been a huge part of this, and I know he's kind of behind the scenes a little bit, but he's a great guy. I've known him for a long time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Paul, we're not going to keep you any longer, buddy. Congratulations on your race winning here in Atlanta, and we'll look forward to seeing you in season 3.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys again, David, Mike. You guys do an amazing job. Keep up the great work, because while I'm down and out, I'm going to damn sure be watching y'all's show.
Hell yeah, sounds like a good time to me, buddy.
Love to hear it. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Alrighty, guys, that is going to be your race winner, the driver of that 01 machine of Paul Travis. And let me tell you what, he put on one hell of a show here at Old Atlanta. And, we do wish Paul, speedy recovery when he goes in to get his knee worked on. And, and obviously his wife, she's going to be in our thoughts and prayers. And, hope for she has a speedy recovery in her health as well. So with that being said, David, is there any last thoughts for you before we head out of here today?
Just a few quick thoughts and a plug. I mean, as expected, Old Atlanta, New Atlanta, to me, it develops cool racing. Old Atlanta has a special vibe to it and a special essence, and these drivers out there today really channeled it, and they put their hearts out there, and they ran hard. And I'm super proud to be able to call this league on Saturdays. They're absolutely wonderful. It's a pleasure to be a race controller for them. And speaking of race control, if you guys are trying to form a league, have a league, and you want assistance setting up the league with rules, discords, or you just need someone to be there as live race control, post-race reviews, whatever you may need, Top Dog Race Control is your go-to. We just put the name out there. We'll have a QR code here shortly that you guys can scan to get there. But keep us in mind. We are in multiple Discords. Look for me, David Forch, or Mr. Grimm Streams, depending on what server it is. But feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out in the Race Club, in any of the other Discords, and I'll be happy to work with you guys. We'll get you guys links here soon to make it easier, but if you want to go on the rabbit hole, feel free to look for us. But yeah, beautiful racing. I can't wait for next week.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us right here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And on behalf of everybody here at iCaster Racing Network, I am Mike Taylor, up here in the booth. Along beside me, my good friend, the mastermind, David Forch. And like I said, that's going to do it for us here today. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to always remember, life is short. And no matter what you do in life, you got to have fun doing it. If it's not fun, you got to try to make it fun, all right? Just do that for me, all right? I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in, and I hope you all have an amazing, amazing time zone. We'll see you next week, live from Dover. Adios.